What's going on YouTube? Checking in with my new match gun. This is a CZ custom Accu-Shadow. And what that basically means is the good folks over at CZ Custom take in a wayward shadow and they work their magic on the trigger. And then they thread the front of the slide to accept a bushing which is fitted to the barrel. And so basically what you're left with is a gun that has about the nicest action you can make on a CZ and is insanely accurate. So if you were to try and do this yourself, build up a Shadow or any other CZ in the lineup to this spec, what you'd be doing is fitting a competition hammer. You can see the competition hammer profile there. You would be fitting a disconnector, you'd be reducing the power of the springs, doing a full polish job. You would have a steel guide rod, obviously this slide milling, you'd swap out the front sight for a tall front sight, and you would fit a CZ HAJO rear sight. So that's just a height adjustable rear sight. It has the same sight picture as their fixed competition sight. I actually kind of like it, I really do. I was going to swap out the front sight for a Dawson, but I really don't feel the need to. The only thing I've really done to the gun is swap out the grips for some VZ Diamondbacks, which I prefer over the CZ Custom aluminum skateboard grip or skateboard tape grips that come with the gun. So right now these things are retailing at I believe $15.60. So plus shipping, I think Shooter's Connection might have them a little bit less expensive than that. But I mean, it's a lot for a gun, obviously. Who should buy this gun? This is obviously a competition gun. It's about 42 ounces unloaded, so it's not the most practical handgun for carry, although I'm sure you could if you wanted to. It's got these large oversized shadow safeties, which is a travesty that CZ includes these on a gun that will almost always be decocked to begin firing with. And what comes with the gun, in the box you'll have not one, not two, but three 18-round magazines. The box itself is your standard, you know, black plastic, gold latch, CZ box. You've got the original factory test target, and then you've got the CZ custom test target when they're actually testing their action job. And that target is really impressive. I've emailed Stuart over at the CZ custom shop and asked him about it. Is that interested at 25 yards? He said, nope, that shot offhand at 10 yards. So kind of brought it down a peg for me because the test target for this particular gun was just about an inch group of 5-shot group, which at 10 yards, you know, that's really good offhand, but it's not that impressive in the grand scheme of things. So like I say, this is for a competition shooter, and why would you pick this one over a Shadow Custom, which is the $1,300 variant? The Accu bushing really does give confidence out at extended ranges. I shot a course of fire this weekend with it, and the first time I've shot in a match, and there were some 40-yard shots that were required on 4 targets, and I actually did find the thought that, like, I can hit anything I need to with this gun comforting, a lot more than I thought I would have. So there's other aftermarket options. Cajun's got a bushing that'll fit in the 75 and the SP-01 models, and that would be a lower cost way of doing it. But taking the gun down is, just kind of jump in on that. So just press out this pin. No, let's make sure we get the notch lined up there. There we go. Press out the pin. This is not as easy to do on camera as you think. Pull out your slide stop. The slide comes off the frame. Set that aside. You got the full length guide rod there. You can pull it out. Let's see here. Yeah, I never have any luck with that. But you can press down on the spring cap just like a 1911 and begin to unscrew the bushing. You don't need a bushing wrench. They sell one, but I mean, you can take it out no problem. And then you just unthread and it's not like a quarter turn 1911 bushing. You actually have to pull it all the way out. So this gun is filthy. It's shot probably over 1,000 rounds, probably 1,200 or so rounds now in practice in a match. Just getting used to it, making sure it works. So there it is. So really what separates this from the $1,300 variety is this bushing right here and this barrel. And you can kind of see how the barrel has been fitted to accept the bushing, and it's a pretty tight fit. So but yes, it is more accurate. I can actually realize the accuracy shooting groups with it over my regular shadow. It is noticeable even in practical shooting exercises. And so I can certainly appreciate it. Would I buy this rather than a regular shadow custom? Tough to say. I got a good deal on this. It was very lightly used when I picked it up. Probably 500 to less than 1,000 rounds on it, so I got a significant discount, less than what a shadow custom would cost new, and it's been working out for me. I'm really happy to have that bushing. Like I said, I didn't think I would appreciate it as much as I do, but I have it and I enjoy it. So if you can get a good deal on one, sure, get one, but great. And it has all the recoil muting properties, same as the other CZs. All of the CZs are pretty great. I don't really notice a dramatic difference between the SP-01 lineup and the 75 lineup, the classic 75 lineup. So putting it back together, there we go. Slide pin goes back in. And we're ready to go. Just a little pro tip, don't release the slide on an empty chamber. That's rough on the slide pin. CZs will shear those slide pins with enough use, so there's no sense in adding the extra force. So all in, I really enjoy the gun. I think it's a great gun. Would I buy it again? If I got a good deal on it, sure. Would I get this rather than a Tanfo or a stock 2 or 3? Maybe, I don't know. Again, it kind of depends on the deal. I like the hard chrome finish a little bit better than I do the CZ polycoat finish, but the CZs are a good platform. So if you're looking for a very accurate competition gun, this is a good choice. There are other ones out there, obviously, but you really can't go wrong with this. As far as the trigger weight's concerned, I guess I should have talked about that. The trigger weight is about, I think the test target says it was 7.5 pounds double and 3 pounds, right at 3 pounds on single. And the disconnector works actually pretty much a thing of beauty. I believe this is actually the short reach trigger system that CZC does in their shop, because there's like 0 slack, just that little bit of wiggle there. And then that's where the wall is. So it's like a pretty good 1911 trigger. So just to pull through, and that little tiny short reset is what you're really after when you get the non-firing pin block models from CZ. So there it is. Really enjoying it so far. And stay tuned. I'll be doing a series on the different grip options that I have trying to sell out on my favorite grip for these CZs. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, check out some of my other videos. They'll put the button in there for some other things you might be interested in. So get out on the range, try your hand at competition, and we'll see you later.